game. All right, they're not supposed to have new, old school mechanics that we all know and are adjusted to. They came out with the new shit so that when we walk into the new raid, it feels like we're playing a different game. So it's not just the same old ball and chain, drudge in, drudge out. All right, they did it so it'd be exciting for veteran players like myself. All right, so there probably won't be something like that in the raid, to be honest, in my opinion anyway, or at least to my speculation. There probably won't be. I mean, you could be right, and everything you said does have merit, well-founded merit, but I think you're mistaken. But that, that's in my opinion, I think you're mistaken. I think that's what I said is what happened, almost verbatim, to be honest. I mean, that's why they nerfed the Titan Hammers. That is exactly why they nerfed the Titan Hammers. I think it was Deej. No, it wasn't Deej. It was what the fuck's the other guy, the other main developer guy that plays with the community. The fuck's is he? Anyway, he rolls a hunter. Okay, he fucking popped his Blade Dancer, and another Crucible player. This is when Hammers first came out. Nobody was bitching about him for like the first 4 months, and then he popped his Blade Dancer in the middle of a fucking Clash match in the Crucible, and dude popped his hammers because he heard the Blade Dancer, walked around the corner and beamed him with a fucking hammer. And then literally the next day, they came out with a patch beating Hammer Titans to death with a Nerf bat. The next fucking day. So, I mean, dude. I mean, it's bullshit, man. I mean, there is one big thing that I did like about the patch, though. The Fabian strategy. They're making it more usable. That gun was fucking god-awful. But I think that the increase to the range and the increase to the stability will actually make it a more viable option in competitive PvP, because the stability was horrendous and the range was horrendous, and just like the fire rate and the lack of the lack of the ability to land consistent shots with it, dude, it was the deal breaker. You know how the deal breaker fires? Well, the Fabian strategy fires like the deal breaker, but with like twice the amount of fucking jump all over as the deal breaker. And the deal breaker fucking blows ass. It has no stability. It's all over the fucking place. That's a hip fire auto rifle if I ever saw one. You know what I'm saying? That was the Fabian strategy. Primary for the fucking game. You know what I'm saying? Warlocks had Talaylock. Hunters had Ace of Spades, and we got Fabian strategy. Like, what the fuck?
Oh, yeah,
Ace of Spades is one of the best hand cannons in the game. Talaylock is arguably, when a Warlock is in super mode, arguably one of the best scout rifles in the game. And then you have Fabian strategy, the retarded inbred redheaded stepchild of the Titan community.
Wait, how did they change it?
Who poops in his hand and eats it, and then throws it at whoever's closest to him, like a monkey in a cage at the zoo. Alright, that's Fabian strategy right there in a nutshell. It really is. It sucks. It was an ass weapon. I mean, dude, I used it because it looked cool, but past that, dude, it blowed. It was literally playing with Fabian strategy for me, past the fact that I was doing it for nostalgia as a Titan, I can only compare it to being akin to sawing off my penis slowly with a dull razor blade, and then fucking myself with my own penis through the hole where my penis used to be, and making it a vagina. That's the only way I could describe it, really. And it just sucked. It just wasn't fun, There was two other points that I actually did like about the patch. Let me pull it back up so I can actually read it word for word again, because I don't want to talk about it and then be mistaken, because I just really, after reading a couple of them, that pissed me off to the point where I didn't want to fucking, I didn't remember half the shit in it. But I do think the the No Time to Explain one was really good. I think that the No Time to Explain needed the buff that it got. I think the Universal Remote, I think it could have done without the damage decrease and just the range decrease. I think the damage decrease on the Universal Remote was a little too much. But the range decrease I did agree with on the Universal Remote, because it was just too. You could whack somebody with that motherfucker from like 2 hallways away. You know what I'm saying? It needed to be worked on a little bit. So the range I was happy with. The damage decrease not so much, because it is supposed to be an exotic shotgun that's very powerful. You know what I mean? And the damage decrease, I think, is going to kind of shit on that idea a little bit. So I think that, like I said, I think the damage decrease was a little too much, although I do agree with the range decrease. Sorry about that. I forgot my microphone's on the left side. I'm blowing my fucking cigarette into it. So apparently somebody, after I just did a couple purchases from Amazon, somebody got into my fucking shit, changed my fucking Facebook shit, and then tried I got notified by Google that they were trying to change my Bungie shit too, and my PlayStation Network shit on top of it. But, you know.
Did you download Johnny yet? Well, you should at least get added to your library then.
What you trying to add? What's that all about?
It's one of the free games.
It's a free game for the month.
Oh yeah.
I think the game's
I was thinking
is pretty much to explore.
Oh, excuse me. Now what's that?
I think the game's basis is pretty much to explore and puzzle solve if need be. Look at.
You're right, if you want to watch some of it, I am streaming it.
No, thank you. I'm not trying to fuck my download speed into the ass of the devil. Although I do appreciate the offer though.
Oh, I didn't even realize there were enemies in this game. Okay.
Alright.
Oh, yo, I think this is another player.
Yeah, you're able to come across another cloud players at one point.
What, Red? Oh, jeez. Oh. Are you sure?
I'm with him on this one. You have done a lot of questionable things and said some really questionable things. Okay, well, you know, there's an old saying, you can build 1,000 bridges and suck one cock.
What?
And you're still going to be known as a cocksucker, not a bridge builder.
That is the first time I've ever heard that saying, but I like it.
It's very relevant, very true.
Yo, Red, is that you watching?
Totally, bro.
Do you see what's going on in this? I want to get to the other side.
Just being sarcastic, I'm not watching.
Oh. And some randoms watching. Oh, hello. It is definitely not a player. Imagine it was the guy who was playing with somehow.
We should go play God Eater. I need to go catch up on my job first.
I'm honestly thinking about jumping on Elder Scrolls.
Oh, Jesus, I barely made it into the safe zone. Oh, I missed one of the collectibles. I don't care, I survived.
Actually, what I'm gonna go do, since I need to do it at some point, I needed to do it at some point anyways, I'm gonna go watch God Eater. Right? So, let me have something, some shit.
Hey, Fox, if I were to go get an external hard drive, do you have any recommendations? Yeah, but you know you can use computer terabyte hard drives as well because it runs off of a Microsoft operating system. And you can plug it right into the back of your fucking PlayStation, which is nice. Dude, I should have just ordered the terabyte hard drive for my Legendary Edition PS4. I regret doing that now, because I had the money, and I should have just done it, and instead I went with the 500 gigabyte hard drive, because I was thinking to myself, you know, for some reason the PS...